Yes, guys. So as you can see, I'm back home in the UK. Japan is officially over. I actually got back a few days ago, but still had tons and tons of content from out there. So I thought that would be cool to share to mix things up a bit. But we're back. We're locked in. It's the 1st of February. And guys, I managed to get through an entire month of posting every single day. It got extremely difficult whilst I was out there, being honest. You'll see some of the videos, like there was a video particularly I remember that was under 1 minute long. Just from like insane fatigue. I probably posted that about 1 to 2 a.m. Japan time. So you can imagine how long of a day it was, but I made a commitment, so I'm just trying to get it done. And we officially have gotten through an entire month of posting every day, which is insane. I'm brand new to the YouTube space, so to have done that feels really cool, honestly speaking. But here we are, man. Feels good to be back. I just celebrated my 30th birthday on the 30th of January as well, so I'll be doing sort of a roundup on what my 20s look like, some lessons to take into my 30s. Just so if anybody watches this that's in that stage of their life, they can obviously maybe speed up the process on learning certain things and avoid some of the mistakes I made. That would be a great way to provide some value. But today, I'm just going to talk about Japan overall as a recollection, maybe for myself to review in the future, and for anybody who's considering going out there, for anybody who's been out there and is still sort of fascinated by the place and wants to recollect with anyone that's been there, man. But Japan was sick, honestly speaking. I really can't say any bad about the place. Obviously, everywhere has their pros and cons, but my personal experience in Japan was really cool. I think it's a future forward thinking city or country. Extremely clean. The people are extremely polite. They're extremely conscious of other people. Like eating on trains, loud conversations on trains, in public in general is just frowned upon. People just don't do it. Like everything is extremely orderly over there. And I have huge respect for that. Just the way I live my life in general, I try to be a person of consistency and discipline. And that is exemplified in that country. You can see that they really appreciate workmanship, they appreciate mastery, and there's just an overall. So like, there's a secret contradiction. I don't even want to say secret, but like, there's a subtle contradiction in the culture in Japan, and it's a good one because on the one hand, it's extremely peaceful. No one's like it's like slow paced in a certain way. It's relaxed. Is probably the best way. It's relaxed, but on the other hand, there's a buzz of work ethic that you cannot avoid. Like when you actually go into restaurants or stores, there's no lethargic behavior. There's good customer service. Everything is efficient. Everything is prompt. Things are done correctly to a very high standard wherever I went. You know, obviously I'm a tourist. I'm probably not getting the nitty gritty, but as you saw, I did get about Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto. You know, I didn't see any sort of lackluster behavior in any of these places. But once again, it's still very calming. You know, they don't have, there doesn't seem to be that capitalism push in Japan, even though they are clearly making money, they're clearly doing very well as an economy. There's just still a sense of calmness in there where it's like, yeah, it's just like we're good. We've got this. It's so calm. It's like, yeah, this is just what we do. This is how we live. Like, and where I really experienced that was going into retail stores. You know, I'm going into some places that are selling luxury designer stuff. As you saw, there was so much more that we went to in our time there. And it just wasn't forced, it wasn't pushed. You know how like, so if I was to use Dubai as a comparison, as much as I love Dubai and it's not hidden information that I love the place, they're very aggressive on the sales. Like, buy, please buy, we need you to buy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you've seen it in some of the video clips. You know, I'm saying that the camera's gonna hopefully deter some of the salespeople. Whereas in Japan, it's just normal. Like in some ways it's almost rude that they just don't acknowledge you at all. But see me, I prefer that. I don't want to be harassed. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I know exactly what I'm here to see. If I need help, I will come to you. But otherwise, please, like, just let me do my thing. And that's what it's like. It's like you'll go into a store with 100 Chanel bags or Louis Vuitton bags, as you saw we were looking at. Sometimes they'll be like quite forward, but even then, not too salesy. There's no pressure to buy anything. But if I did need assistance with anything, they are there and ready. Any information I need, sorted. The one actual con I will say is that it's not an English speaking country, but that's maybe me just being a bit entitled and spoiled, expecting everywhere to speak like major English. But you'll come into many workers who don't speak a word of English, you know? Like, I remember we were looking at a Chanel bag at one point, and the salesperson spoke no English. Like, we were obviously at the desk for like 30 minutes because they didn't have the authentication card. So we were looking through the entropy, which is like a certificate that can be provided if you want to buy something and you want to trust the authenticity of it. Like, that's how their whole system works and stuff. 30 minutes there discussing back and forth between ourselves, salesperson just sitting there, like no English at all, which is like it's just not great for someone that mainly speaks English, pretty much only speaks English. I can speak my Sierra Leonean tongue quite fluently, but I don't speak Japanese, you know what I mean? It's the largest spoken language in the world, so you'd hope that they'd speak it. But look, part of what made it so good was actually stepping into a different culture. So I kind of even appreciate it in some ways. It would have made it a bit easier if they did, but look, still not going to take away from the experience. It was amazing. It was amazing. So clean. The air. Like, this is such an underrated thing. The air was so crisp and fresh. Like, you're breathing that in, you can taste how fresh it is. And it's everything's just clean. I didn't see a single dirty car. I'm there for a full 8 days, technically 10 days with travel time. I didn't see a single dirty car. Things are spotless. There's not even bins on the road, which makes it even weirder. But I found out that the culture is to sort of like put the rubbish in your bag. Wherever you find a bin, you can put it in there. Or for the most part, a lot of people just take it home and dispose of it there. Like, Japan is a phenomenal place. Truly speaking, I didn't really have an intention to go there in life, but the person I was with was like, they were adamant, no, I need to go to Japan, need to go to Japan. So I just ended up there. The opportunity came along. I was like, yeah, why not? And had a great time. I feel richer in culture and wisdom and knowledge and experience for it, for sure. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm so much better off for going. I'm really happy. One thing I was the most happiest about, I don't know if I mentioned it, but like, Uniqlo is half price. But then when I got back to the UK and I'm just doing the calculations, I'm like, well, look, you may have got it for cheaper, but you still had to pay to get there. But like, that's the whole girl math thing. Girls will travel across the world to buy something at half price when it's like, well, if you factor in your flight and accommodation, you could have just bought the thing anyway. But even then, you can't take experience is priceless. Traveling is priceless. Seeing another country, seeing another culture is completely priceless. So yeah, no bad thoughts on Japan. What would have made it potentially better is the English speaking, but you can live with that. You're in another country, so what can you say? You know, I really can't complain. We use Google Translate, so you can still communicate in that form. It's a bit like tedious, but listen, the cleanliness. And for me, the reason why I'm so impressed by Japan is because for the most part, anytime I've traveled a significant distance to like a random place that's not the US or the UK, they are in many ways trying to emulate the US or the UK with the way they structure things, the way their roads are built, the way they communicate with people, just how the country or city is run generally. Normally tries to emulate the UK or the US, which is fair because they're the biggest economy, some of the biggest economies in the world. But when I was in Japan, I was in Japan. I wasn't in another country trying to be like America. I was in Japan. And I so appreciated that because, once again, that's why I feel richer in experience now, because it's like I've touched and tasted and experienced something completely different to anything I'm used to. So I got no bad words, honestly. Like, I'm trying to think about, because you don't want to be biased, but I can't really say there was anything bad about the trip. Did you see that second hotel we stayed in? It's called Morgana. I'm plugging you if you ever find your way out there. That hotel was unbelievable. That hotel was unbelievable. Loved every second of staying in there. Everything provided for you. They don't have like it's like a boutique hotel as well. So they bring the breakfast to your room in the morning. So there's no going down and oh the eggs are finished and all of that stuff. When you've been to a buffet, I'm sure you guys have experienced that. And if you haven't, then look, good luck. But having the hotel bring the breakfast to your room is a different experience, and I appreciated that. Oh man, what a trip. What a trip, honestly. Got to do quite a few things as well. Honestly speaking, by the end of the trip, I was a bit burnt. You've seen the way I am. I just wake up, meditate, go to the gym, start working, take a break, finish working, journal, make my video, go to bed. That's like my routine. I'm the simplest of guys. So when I'm running around doing all of this, it can be draining, especially when it's cold. You know, if we had greater weather, fairs, but I can't even put that as a con because it's winter. Do you know what I mean? It's also cold in the UK. There wasn't as much rain, which is a pro. Like, I'm not a big fan of the rain. We did experience the snow, as you saw. It was so cool, man. It's like, it's actually a cool place. Do you know what I mean? Going on the bullet train from Tokyo to Kyoto was such a cool experience as well. The journey flew by. As you saw in the video, you know, it was about a 2-hour trip, just over 2 hours. It felt like 30 minutes, honestly. Had some food, did some work, looked out the window for a little bit, had a nap. By the time I knew it, I was there. It was time to get off. Do you know what I mean? And that's like a really good testament of Japan. Things just flow smoothly and efficiently. They really know what they're doing. What can I say? So it's a place, and it's like, before I'd spoken to people about Japan that had actually been there, and they all say, yeah, I'm going back. And now I get it, because I do want to go back to Japan. I think it's such a cool place. There's so much to do there, so much to do. Like, it's not like you just have one Oxford Street or Regent Street, you know, Shibuya, you've got Osaka, or Tokyo in general. You've got so many different cities with so many different like hubs where are like just main tourist attractions. You can do so much there. You can really do so much there. So my thoughts on Japan: extremely clean, extremely orderly, extremely efficient, extremely well run. Just, I know those things kind of fall into that, but just well run. It's just smooth. It's just smooth. I really can't complain. Polite. The people just seem overall nicer to me. I really just had a good time. Obviously, as a tourist, it's your first time there. It's typically going to be good. So I don't want to be biased. I'll go back. I'll probably go back a few times in this life. You know, we got to think over the course of a lifespan. I'll probably go there 3 or 4 times. Who knows? We could even end up living out there. That's just the way the world works. I don't say no to anything. I just say yes to everything, pretty much, and just assess it from there. But for me, Japan is absolutely a go-to place. If you've had it on the list and the opportunity comes, you should make it happen by all means. Go experience it, go taste it, go touch the ground, go put your feet in the ground there. I even got to go to the gym, the Gold's Gym, which was a sick experience. As I said in one of the videos, it was a bit dated, but still had all the facilities. Biggest sauna I've ever been to in my life. Also the warmest. Like, Japan was top notch, man. Japan was top notch. So that's me, guys. I'm back. February, it's a new month. We managed to get through the entirety of January, posting on this YouTube every single day, which is a huge achievement for me. It's so hard to stick to things, guys. For me and for everybody else, but maybe more for me. I don't know. But to have done that is really big, honestly. I'm enjoying it. I'm not looking for anything from it. I'm just enjoying sharing my experiences, putting out some what I believe to be wisdom, and just keep going from there, man. Let's see. Imagine if we could actually get the whole 365 done. Insane achievement. But we just take it day by day. As I said from day 4, as I said from day 1, we just take it day by day. One video a day. Maybe we start batch recording, but that's all logistics for me to figure out. Otherwise, though, glad to be back. So ready to get back to work. I've had some interesting opportunities work-wise come my way. I'm just gonna get stuck in. I'm so ready to just be locked in. I was already locked in prior to leaving. Going over there was a bit shaky, you know, with the habits. You want to try certain things, experience certain things. So some habits did kind of get put to the wayside. But I'm back, and I seem to be straight back, hit the ground running. Been gym every single day since being back. Did even when on my birthday, I just had to recollect. If I went on my birthday, I did. And then that's it, man. So yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm gonna try and my best to keep improving the content, do different things. I'm thinking about even bringing the camera to the gym. You know, I train every single morning, so let me show you guys what my training routine looks like. It helps me with the content as well. Why not just try and record as much of the life that I can, of my life as I can, make the whole process easier. I'm boring in a sense of I just do the same things. I just know exactly what I want to know, exactly what my goals are, and I just do the things daily to achieve those goals. So why not show you that? Why not do like a documenting of the journey to me getting to where I want to get to live on YouTube? Do you get what I mean? That would be pretty cool to look back on for anybody who's going on a similar journey after me, for anybody who's on the journey. Do you know what I mean? So that's it. I'm super pumped. I'm super pumped. Thank you so much if you're tuning in. I got to start this now. Like, comment if you've got any thoughts. If you've experienced Japan, it'll be good to know what you think. If you're looking at going out there, what's attracting you to the place. Subscribe to the channel as well. We're about to hit 10 subscribers, guys. Huge achievement. I haven't promoted this on any of my socials. I only got about 700 followers on Instagram anyway, which is the main platform I use. So I'm pretty much a nobody. So I'm literally building this from scratch. Let's use this as a case study, hopefully one day, of what can be achieved. But I have no expectations. But like the video. If you come across it, it will help a lot. Comment if you've got any thoughts. I'd love to know what your perspective is on Japan. Anything. Let's talk. And subscribe to the channel for more content. Put down in the comments if you want to see anything specifically from me, but I'm done with all the begging now. Have a great evening, guys. I'm about to head to bed. It's 10 to 8, but if we want to get up early, we got to sleep early. That's the discipline. Final tip for you there. If you want to get up early, sleep early. The hardest part is the sleeping early. Waking up early is much easier if you've been to bed at 9 p.m. Do you know what I mean? So peace and love, as always. Get ready for the next month of content. Let's see what this holds. And we keep going. Thank you so much, guys. Take it easy.